Well, Drew, video game actors speak out after union announces the AI voice deal. We talked about this yesterday, and there seems to have been quite a big backlash to that news. Well, Jordan Midler at VGC tells us more. The Screen Actor Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA, has announced a new deal which claims will protect actors from unauthorized AI replications of their voices. That's quite a sensical worry at this point.
Yep.
However, the deal, which has been made with AI firm Replica Studio, has divided video game actors as the controversial topic of AI replication in the world of performance comes to a head. According to SAG-AFTRA, the deal will, quote, enable Replica to engage SAG-AFTRA members under a fair, ethical agreement to safely license and create a digital replica of their voice. Licensed voices can be used in video game development and other interactive media projects from pre-production to final release. That encompasses all uses of AI as far as I understand. The deal reportedly includes minimum terms and the requirement for performers to consent to their voices being used through AI. However, several prominent video game voice actors were quick to respond on X, which I will call Twitter henceforth, specifically to a portion of the statement which claims the deal was approved by, quote, affected members of the union's voiceover performer community, end quote. Apex Legends voice actor Erika Ishii wrote, quote, approved by who exactly, end quote. Was any one of the, the quote continues, was any one of the affected members who signed off on this a working voice actor? Starfield, Deus Ex, and Assassin's Creed actor Elias Tufexis echoed these concerns, writing, quote, I would humbly consider myself one of the top voice actors working in games. No one asked me about this. No one reached out for my opinion. End quote. It goes on. Xander Mobius, best known for his role as the voice of the announcer in Super Smash Bros., wrote, and I've cleaned this quote up a little bit, who? Did any of y'all approve this? I didn't get told we were voting on this. SAG leadership, please, I'm begging you, stop showing your ass and do something to keep us working. You know, your job. You ain't licensors, you are a labor union. What the hell are you doing? End quote. In a statement to IGN, Duncan Crabtree Ireland, National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator for SAG-AFTRA, said, quote, our AI deal with Replica Studios is an important step in ensuring the ethical application of these technologies in a way that ensures the use of members' voices occur only with informed consent and fair compensation. Quote, this is a deal that covers one company. With regard to the development of video games, this deal does not impact our IMA negotiations. Rather, it sets a model for our industry, building on the terms approved by 80% of our members just a month ago. And we hope to see more companies adopting agreements like this one, end quote. In November, SAG-AFTRA approved a strike order following a vote of 98% from union members. The strike never transpired, but this deal could lay the foundation for more action from the U.S. voice acting labor union. I would have to say that is quite an easy prediction. This will likely cause another strike, in my opinion.
Absolutely. This is ridiculous. I don't think Duncan asked anybody. I don't think SAG-AFTRA asked any of the actors. It's clearly stated here by Elias and like Xander. Like, dude, everybody here is like, nobody asked us. Nobody wants this. You take a look at ourselves. We take a look at the media itself covering what's going on, and everybody's puzzled as to who thought this was a good idea. And this is where we don't want AI to generate our worlds. We want people to generate and bring us feeling. Dude, can you imagine Kratos being just an AI generated instead of Christopher Judge, right?
Oh man.
The emotion he put into Kratos. You're just going to give that to a computer to spit out? I just...
Yeah.
Doesn't
that eliminates world-class actors from the entire industry. Because why? You can never justify the price tag.
Yeah. It's just... If this goes through, where does this lie then for the future of the voice actors? What does that do to their paycheck? Right? if you're making more now, creating the work that you're doing and living in this world, as I'm going because we have God of War on the topic today, so I'm just going with God of War. But either way, Christopher Judge is in there. He's doing his bit, right? He gets paid not only for his lines, but for his acting too, because he's in there being the motion of Kratos.
Full performance capture, I believe. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So now you take that away and you just spit out a couple lines instead. I'm sure that affects his paycheck at the end of the day. You don't get the same performance, right? I wonder if they can do a side-by-side comparison and see how close that they can pull it off to Christopher himself versus an AI computer. But at the end of the day, this is somebody's livelihood they're messing with. And I don't think anybody at SAG-AFTRA really cares.
Well, and when it comes to somebody like Christopher Judge, you're not going to be able to just put an AI algorithm and pull out something of his, because he's an ever evolving, ever growing person, just like we all are. Somebody can have a brand new idea, change their acting strategy, and pull out something really interesting that an AI just won't be able to predict. But that's quality aside. We're looking at a deal that I think it appears that SAG-AFTRA had done some sort of conversation, some sort of voting beforehand, and those answers are being used to justify this action. And that doesn't seem right. It feels like a disconnect of sorts. And if this deal does allow some people to have choice and agency over whether they sell their voice to an AI, I can kind of understand that being an open market kind of idea. But as soon as some actors start doing that, they kind of all have to.
Yeah, it's kind of like a snowball effect, right? It's going to have to then tumble into everybody else joining, and not a lot of them want to do this. So we're going to continue to kind of keep our ears to the ground and kind of listen to what's happening, because this is far from over. I kind of almost feel like, you know, when Activision Blizzard was looking to get purchased by Xbox, and here we go, we're in for a long road. I think we're in the same boat right now, leading into 2024. I think this is just the beginning, because there's an uproar amongst actors out there that do not approve this, weren't even asked, wasn't even concerned from SAG-AFTRA about the effects of what this would do to the livelihood of these talented creators. And man, it just sucks. AI is taking over our industry, Scott, and it's a scary moment right now for us.